Barnegat Light, New Jersey. According to my charts and everything I could find online, a sailboat with a 6-foot draft cannot go in and out of this port. Mark and I had just spent the last day on the inside of the Intracoastal here in New Jersey, so we had to make a choice. We either turn around and go back to Atlantic City, or we leave Barnegat Light. Now, I've been in these situations before. The best thing to do is ask the locals. As you can see, there's a fisherman going out here, so you can get out of this port. But this is the perfect video to illustrate this point. You're probably asking, what's the big deal? What's the issue? Conditions are calm. It's a sunny morning. What's the problem? But when you're actually out here at the helm, fear, uncertainty, and doubt can cloud your judgment.
My name is Michael Potts, and I live on this Scepter 36-foot sailboat. This is where I am today. I'm in Barnegat Light, and sadly, I'm leaving my good pal, Mark Brown. And it's a sad day to leave a true brother. We've been, brothers in arms for the last month or so, and it's sad to say goodbye. Stick around, guys. This is going to be an interesting video. Mark has been such a kind man. He has given me a generator. He has given me a dinghy. You know, I gave him a couple things. He really has been such a huge help to me, and I appreciate him. So let's give him this video a thumbs up. Make a comment down below. Let's thank Mark Brown for his help, man. Appreciate it, brother.
Oh, man, I love it. Not a problem.
Now Mark's going to be on his own now, and he'll be going down the coast, back down to his home, wherever that may be. Well, I head north. So in this video, I'm getting all emotional. I'm sorry, man. In this video, we're going to go out of this crazy inlet here. It's called Barnegat Light. All right. We're going to try to go out. The U.S. Coast Guard stopped me yesterday and suggested I didn't go out because of the conditions, and they offered to take us out today. Like they would lead and we would follow, just because it's a tricky inlet and it's not charted because of the shifting shoals. So I'm just waiting to get in contact with the U.S. Coast Guard, and if not, we're just gonna go, because that's the way it is. But it's always better to be safe. Anyway, let's get through this inlet and let's get into Manhattan. We're going to New York City tonight. We'll be there late tonight, and we're gonna go. What did it say?
I think that's you. I think it said something.
Hailing Coast Guard Boat 47. This is Coast Guard Sector Delaware Bay on Channel 16.
Good morning, Coast Guard Boat 47. This is the sailing yacht EV. While exiting the port yesterday, I was offered you guys offered to take me out this inlet. There's 2 vessels in total that would like to exit Barnegat Light and go north. Do you copy?
Somebody hailing.
Motor yacht EV, this is Station Barnegat Light on Channel 16.
That's it.
What do you say?
This is station something.
Do you copy Boat 47? Do you copy the signal? Over.
Motor yacht EV, Station Barnegat Light on Channel 16.
Yeah, they're not getting me. Yeah, are you copying? Do you hear me loud and clear, Coast Guard? This is the sailing yacht EV. Do you hear me? Over. Let's use your radio. Here, I'll get him. I'll get him. This is the sailing yacht. This is the sailing yacht EV on 16. Do you copy? Over.
Sailing yacht EV, Station Barnegat Light. I have you loud and clear on Channel 16. Request you switch over to 22 Alpha.
Copy, switching to 22 Alpha. Over. Go ahead. Jesus, I'm shaking. It's just a crazy inlet, guys. If you were here, you would see that it's good. Sailing out EV on Channel 22 Alpha. Do you copy? I don't know, this has happened 3 times now. Sailing yacht EV on 22 Apple. Do you copy? All right, go back to 16.
U.S. Coast Guard.
You're on 16?
Yeah, 16 now.
U.S. Coast Guard sailing yacht EV. I was unable to get you on 22 Alpha. I'm not sure why. We tried yesterday and that was unsuccessful. Do you copy my signal? Over.
Sailing vessel EV, I have you loud and clear on channel 16. Do you have a possible phone number we can contact you by?
Would you like me to phone the number you guys gave me yesterday and dial 1? I've already done that this morning, but just no one answered and went to voicemail. Can I just call that number? You guys answer the phone there in the office, or?
Sailing vessel EV, yeah, dial the number and hit 6.
Yeah, copy. Standing by on 16. I will be making a cellular phone call now. Over. Alright guys, I know it's just stick with us guys, it's gonna be cool. Let's talk to the Coast Guard. This is the thing guys, if you're ever unsure about something, you gotta be smart. You gotta just do the right thing, which is do not just go out on the ocean. Alright, I know it's a little calm today. Yesterday was crazy. So let's call the US Coast Guard and press 6. Hi there, this is Ricky Mudd.
This is why I love being out here. It's a challenge. You never know what's going to happen. And my suggestion to you is take it easy. Sit back, relax, and look at everything from the bigger picture. Try to get an idea of exactly what's going on, weigh your options, and use the resources at your fingertips.
Is a 12-foot beam, 1-2. Length overall is 40. So as it turns out, the Coast Guard, they asked me to wait till 9. I can't wait, so we're just gonna go out. There are currently 2 vessels going out right now as we speak, and we're just gonna follow their track. And it shouldn't be hard to do. So we're at high tide. Let's do it. Yeah, so the Coast Guard is now going to escort us. So check it out.
Just a second, I almost got my anchor.
Yeah, copy that, Mark. No rush, man. Take your time, do it safely. Over.
Now, I'm sure for a fact that people in the comments are going to be like, what are you scared? Why are you so cautious? This looks easy, that sort of thing. I hope you're getting the big picture here. When you're actually out there at the helm, you know, going in and out of one of these entrances, it's different than watching it in a YouTube video. Okay, what is happening here is very simple. On the one hand, all the information I can get online is telling me do not go into this entrance. All the comments on Waterway Guide, go look yourself. My charts say the depth is 5 feet down. It's a big blue square rather than a white square at this entrance. So you tend to believe your charts more than what other people are saying. So in this instance, I did the right thing, which is to contact the Coast Guard, talk to the local people, ask them questions, alleviate your concerns. And the Coast Guard were more than happy to escort us out. And in fact, there was a bunch of other yachts that were going out, and they contacted the Coast Guard and asked for an escort as well. So there's a big difference between watching a YouTube video and actually being out here in one of these entrances. You gotta understand, there's a submerged jetty on the north side of this entrance here. It's underwater, just under the water. If you were to hit that in the big swell, it would just knock a hole in your hull. You would sink. That would be it, right? So we ended up getting escorted out. Coast Guard were great. They're such a great resource. Use this free resource. The Coast Guard will always be accommodating. And that's what's great about them. So we ended up getting out and out on the ocean. Back on the Atlantic again, heading north towards New York City.
Alright, we're doing alright here. A little bit of swell out here, lots of boat traffic. The wind's kind of on our nose. It's supposed to shift. Looking at getting into New York City at 9 a.m. tomorrow. It's like 11 o'clock right now in the morning, so another 23 hours I'll be in New York. I just got to stick at the helm. It's gonna be great. Mark's gonna be going into Belmar Beach. I'm gonna be saying goodbye to him in about 15 nautical miles, and that'll be it for my time with Mark and Arabella. It's sad to see him go, but it's the way it is. Just got to stay at the helm. Should be on Lake Ontario by the 16th, and that's a deadline. We'll see what happens. Stick around. So many boats going south. I must have passed 20 sailboats that look all rigged out to go to the Caribbean just in the last 4 hours. I saw a whale. It's incredible. It's really sad that I'm heading north. I should really be heading south, but I had my year in the US. I gotta leave. That's the way it is. We're doing pretty good here. The sails are up. Oh yeah, look at that. We're doing 4 knots. It's not exactly strong enough to just sail. There's probably 6 knots of wind, but it's helping. And we're doing 4 knots. 44 nautical miles left to downtown Manhattan, New York City. You believe that? We came all the way from Nassau, Bahamas. Crazy. So many yachts out here. All right, well, we're gonna get there at about 3 in the morning, and that's it.
So as we made our way north, Mark pulled into Belmar Beach to get a chart plotter, and he decided that it was time to turn around and go back to Florida. I made my way up the coast towards New York City and eventually rounded Sandy Hook there on my way into New York City.
Well, it's official, folks. We are about to leave the Atlantic Ocean. After all this time on the Atlantic Ocean, down in the Bahamas, 2 years ago, we were right here heading south. Boat was in great condition, and I'm very thankful that I'm heading north and the boat is in somewhat working condition. And I can see New York City in the distance there. I can see the buildings way in the distance. You won't be able to see it on this camera. And on to the next adventure, guys. I can't tell you exactly what's happening, but subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, make a comment, because I believe in completing things that I start. And I will be back in Toronto. We will make it to Lake Ontario, and we will get through this winter. And that's just the price that I have to pay in order to be able to do this journey. A lot of you are probably thinking, hey, why didn't you just work illegally here in the US? Why didn't you? Obviously YouTube's not enough for me to really, it is, it's almost there, but when things break on a boat, it's really expensive, That's the thing. Anyway, I don't want to sit here and make excuses, because there's big plans coming. I just need to get this boat back into Canada, and I need to settle my differences with the US government. I need to leave this country for 6 months and be legal. That's what I need to do, and we're gonna do that. And it's gonna take some effort, I'll tell you. I'm gonna need to sail every day up the Hudson River, up the canal, and into Lake Ontario. It's gonna take 15 days, maybe less, from now, and I'm gonna have to at least be at the helm 14 hours a day. So gonna be something. Will I make it? Stick around. You'll have to see. Anyway, it's gonna be a fun journey. Let's get into New York City. We're gonna get there. The sun's going down right now, and we will get into New York City tonight around midnight. And I'm gonna anchor and get up tomorrow and visit Thomas and get a few things, and then we'll head up to Hudson. That's all we can do. We made it to New York City. We got here last night about 1 a.m. and I was just really tired and dropped the hook right here. All right, so a buddy of mine and Patreon supporter Thomas has a marina and a slip for me right over there. So I didn't want to pull in last night because it's a little bit of a sketchy marina to get into, and I didn't want to do it in the dark. So let's pull up the hook and get into that marina today. And unfortunately we can't stay there very long because we got to leave New York. We got to go back to Canada because the canal is closing literally in 14 days, and it's quite a journey. So we're gonna have to sail every single day in order to make this happen. So let's pull up the hook and get into the marina at 500 Washington. Official, we are in New Jersey right now, just across from Manhattan. There's some music in the background. I'm gonna try and get out of it so there's no copyright strike. So this is Thomas's marina. He's gonna let me stay here for a night or two, and I got the boat here. Thomas's boat's in the background there. Manhattan's over there. All right, so what are we gonna accomplish today? Well, there's so much to do. I need to get, the canal is closing. The canal to get onto Lake Ontario is closing on the 16th. I need to be in that canal by the 10th at the very latest. So it's right now, it's the 4th, so I have 6 days to get up the Hudson River and get that mast down horizontally on the boat, and then we can go under the bridges up the Erie Canal and the Oswego Canal and into Lake Ontario, where I'm gonna put the mast back up. All right, so that's what's going on, folks. So I'm gonna hang out with Thomas. We're gonna go have a nice steak dinner. I'm gonna have a haircut and a beard trim, and but we are officially not on the Atlantic Ocean anymore. That's it. I mean, we're back inside the New York State. We're here. This is it. So without further ado, let's go visit Thomas on his boat. He's just getting up right now, and we're gonna hang out. So I'm gonna show you guys what it's like here in Jersey City, just across the river from Manhattan.
Join me in the next video as Thomas and I get up to our usual shenanigans and explore Manhattan and New York City. If you really like this content, you can join my Patreon. The link is in the description down below. It really helps me out. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, stick around for the next video, which will come out on Sunday at 8:45 a.m. every week. Captain Michael, signing out.